Like we saw in the last episode, the year has come to an end. Things must start anew, and with that, we should get some new faces. Although having a brand new start, as it were, on episode 4 is slightly strange. The good thing is that I don't believe this is the kind of show to take the risks of just giving a whole new cast to remember, which would be far too taxing on my brain. Since the whole premise of it is basically who will win, and you don't want to give them too many factors to think about. Maybe in the past it would have been a good idea, but as it stands, you can't even look at the moon. And with that said, let's hope for the best, see if he wins that nomination to be the president again. And all of us hold a moment of silence for the inevitability that will be whatever befalls Ishigami. But let's find out. So now they've moved out, how long before they move back in? Three days? You don't need a pretense. Is that such a bad idea? The mental turmoil that she puts herself through. Wait, where did she get those photos? Oh, don't bring up those kind of flags. Hopefully you don't actually follow through with these orders to prove a point. That poor device. And that's how you regret your words instantly. There's nothing, if not doing actions out of pure spite. Although it's a weird one, if she wants to keep her job, she probably wouldn't want to succeed so extravagantly. Although, yeah, if anyone was to succeed, there's potential. I guess she could use it as a sort of teaching method for her, though. If he still isn't distracted in any way, then he only has eyes for Kaguya. If you could get across the idea that easily, though. Laying it on. Slightly thick, though. I don't think that he's the sort to enjoy that kind of effort, though. Since it is almost the direct polar opposite of Kaguya. A lot better than my attempts, at least. Language is very difficult for me to learn. Computing was, in comparison, extremely easy. Yeah, you want to ask Ishigami for advice in that sector. Hmm. That's kind of clever if it works. Probably have to explore that kind of almost reverse psychology. Hmm. Kind of less of a maid, more of a personal secretary kind of thing. It's quite a bubblehead. The thing is also, how many lies can she tell and keep it as a consistent story? If you're telling falsehoods, you want to keep it as simple as possible for you not to mess up. $1 million views. Wow, you're even getting into the compression videos. I've put together a few computers myself. It's kind of fun, in a way. Well, you've never asked. I guess copy and paste the mouth down saves on animating. Since he also. Fake sleeping? Seriously? Spee? What a sound effect. Did she actually sleep, or did she force herself to sleep, or at least pretend, for 3 hours? Jeez, that is he's such a nice guy, isn't he? That is dedication to the cause. 3 hours. It's kind of funny how there was no reflection of him in the window, but at least there was, but we couldn't see it. To keep his facial expression hidden. That is the kind way of putting her down. And there you have it. You. Is she upset about failing? Or the fact that Kaguya is a bit dense? Why? Well, I shouldn't say that. I've went down the YouTube rabbit hole and found myself on videos that's like, how the hell did I get here? Oh, we're getting proper re-election strategies, are we? Hmm. You got to maintain your current voter base as well as attract new voters. And to think she had all of those things in a pencil case. Quite a few thumbtacks, I think, so you best be careful reaching your hand in there. Have we met somewhere? To think that she is so forgettable after a meeting, what, a few days ago at most? That was a face, by the way. Now, I can get behind this music. Quite clever of her to sow these seeds. I wonder if the maid is going to get a bonus or a pay rise. Mad up. I'm glad I finished school before the prevalence of like smartphones and social media. And how they're hyping up the event now, it's going to become a crashing failure, isn't it? Gee. To think it's such a large scale event where the entire school is interested. As oblivious as ever. And from the instructor of Love herself to not pick up on this. That's quite a lot of eyes. But she is incredibly pleased with this, isn't she? Here are so many people watching. I think even having the letter of admittance to any university he wants, basically his life written for him, is going to be completely undermined by this occasion right here. And who's going to come to ruin this train of thought? Quite a few people have the Araragi antenna, don't they? God, too bright. I think you could hear everyone's souls leave their body. Yet you couldn't hear for a reason. Wow, they really wanted to know the results. But don't get complacent even if you are winning. Plus, polls are not always reliable. Well, pretty much never reliable, as long as you don't poll everyone that was in the final thing. I wonder who that could be. Oh no. For good or bad reasons. He should be used to it by now. He's around everyone like that. Or you can go talk to her. Ah, that's not very nice. Even to the point of putting your feet in a power position kind of stance while being also respectful. I guess they. Well, she's doing quite well, isn't she? She has to do something, though, yeah. Yeah, see, I said it. You don't want to be complacent. Does she have successes and whatnot? Well, she was a member of the moral committee or whatever it was. I don't know if a straightforward way of making sure she doesn't win. Dispatch Kaguya on her. She'd do everything in her power to make sure that he stays as the president. They're being shown off as the evils. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do want something to try to obtain. As long as it isn't unrealistic. Staying out of her way. Huh. Quitting? Ah. The other way. You have just stolen her from their camp. Clever. Quite clever. Well, you're saying that, but you haven't seen her in action. Yeah. A puppy standing on a ball is about the same kind of energy as her. Really? Average. Yeah, there are many people who I've known and seen who have. There's a lot of faces so far that have talents that I can only hope to ever even come close to reaching. Is she now that new Miko girl's stand? Here. Yeah, if there's not something to grab your attention or and whatnot, most people don't care. The flyer out of the question. Very good. Yeah, but the flyer out of the question, I quite like that new one. Brings a bit of rivalry and a new dynamic to the team, I guess. There hasn't really been anyone that is kind of openly antagonistic. It's more the in their own head antagonizing between the demon and Ishigami. But I wonder the turnaround now that the bit has been shown off. I'm going to have to go back and actually look at the openings as well because I noticed she was in there, but I don't remember noticing that she was there in previous ones. So either she was and my mind just wasn't attuned to that fact because it hadn't been brought up before, or it's another edition. And so, like many stories, they throw someone new into the mix to shake things up a bit. Hopefully she can be a well-written character and not some hasty formation that some other stories have done. I'm not mentioning any in particular. But she is kind of like Kaguya was in the beginning. You know, the flashbacks to when it started out in the student council council thing. Student council. Why was I adding more words? Because in those, it seemed like Kaguya was very by the books, intense. And pretty much every way that she was described there. The only real difference is height. Probably still goes down a bit more than that. And being one of those filthy countries that actually uses feet and inches to measure height for some reason, even though other things are metric, I'm not entirely sure how much 147 centimetres is. All I know for sure is that if she manages to end up winning, I doubt it, but if she does, we are in for a whole world of hurt. And yeah, the dynamic is going to be put off quite a lot. Are you ready for it? Don't know if I am. If you enjoyed, let me know by leaving a like on the comment. Like on the comment? Where? Blech. Like on the video and comment down below. And also, if you don't want to miss out future events, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. But most importantly, you may need to get some rest, but join me for the next one. And thinking about it now, I can't believe I forgot to mention the Monogatari reference. I suppose just add it to the list of why this is a terrible channel. But as long as you can forgive me, then why not head on to Patreon and help out a little? Much like these amazing people here. And Flawed Otaku, Sal, Raywin, Aegis TR, Denamet1997, Aishrem, Shiwan, ASD, and everyone else. Please bear with me even further.